Oh, right, well, I guess I'm doing this. Um, this is for my own accountability. I don't have a face for camera, but it's going to be good for me. I think it's going to be good for what I want to do going forward. It's going to hold me accountable for the things that I'm trying to achieve. I've got some big plans for next year. I've got some big plans for the next kind of 3 to 5 years. And doing things that make you feel uncomfortable is probably the best way to strengthen your mindset. It's good for mental resilience. And yeah, I mean, it's just going to help me be accountable in my training, in my life, and everything going forward. Um, so yeah, I've tried using YouTube before. Wasn't very good. I'm still not very good. This is really not going to be polished, not going to be tidy, not going to be pretty by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to be editing it on my phone, and I'm shooting it on a GoPro that I still don't really know how to use. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. This video is going to be my first of hopefully many, hopefully ones where if I can stick to it and keep my head together, I'm going to get my training on here. I'm going to overlay my training from this week versus what I'm going to be saying, going through it, analysing things that I did like, that I didn't like, just so in the future I've got my thoughts somewhere that aren't written down. I'm not very good at writing. I'm not illiterate or anything, I just don't like doing it. But yeah, I suppose that's modern laziness of a young person. But there we go, yeah. Day number one was a very good day for me. It's a bit of a washout this week. Well, I say that, but as we'll see later on in the video, I didn't stick to that. But it was fun. I enjoyed day number one. I did some pull-ups. The past couple of weeks, as I've come towards the end of my cut into my most recent competition, I achieved some of my first ever pull-ups in my life. This was a really big goal for me. I really surprised myself when I was able to do them. It was a bit of a throwaway session the one day, and I just jumped up on the bars and thought, yeah, let's have a crack, let's see what happens. And I did it. I did some pull-ups, and as you'll see in my video, they're not the cleanest reps for this week, but they're decent. I did 3 sets. I have got notes. If you see my eyes going down, that's what's going on. I'm not mentally in the right frame for videoing yet, and I'm by no means a videographer or a face for camera, but there we are. 3 sets of 2 reps, 2 on the wide grip handles, 1 on the close grip handles. I was swinging way too much on the close grip handles. Definitely didn't control myself, didn't control my weight, didn't control the way I was doing things, but it all comes with practice. I've probably done less than 50 pull-ups in my entire life if you accumulate all the ones I've done over the most recent weeks. Maybe even less than 25. It's probably been once or twice a week doing 2 or 3 sets of 3 for maybe the last 6 weeks. I can't do the maths, but yeah, not a great deal. And then I backed off and did some other back work, did some rowing, did some bent over rows, quite light, nothing special. I think about 60, 70 kilos, just really getting a nice feel in the back. Did some pullovers with a cable. That always feels really nice. I feel like good engagement in my lats with those. And just some other pull downs, did some more wide grip pull downs. Had a good session, had good fun, really enjoyed it, really got a lot out of it, got a nice pump, which for someone who predominantly powerlifts is always interesting. It's always nice to do something different that's outside of the main 3 lifts and their associated variations. Day 2 is where it all fell off the wagon. I bought my new GoPro, which I'm filming on today, and I wanted to try it out. I wanted to take it to the gym, see what the settings were like, see what the angles were like. It's a different lens. It's slightly different. I've been using an iPhone 12 beforehand, so this was something different. And I'm certainly no videographer. You'll see from the videos, the quality is not very good. I'm trying to shoot in 4K, but shutter speed, ISO, max stuff. Like, I've got a very good friend of mine, Mike Oxley Photo. He's done all of my videography before and a lot of my photography in the past. He lives quite a while away. Otherwise, I'm sure he would be doing a lot more of this for me. But he's a good guy, and yeah, sad that I can't use him more often. But yeah, so I took the camera to the gym, was trying some new things out, and in my head, deadlift I do more often than not. Normally squat, I just wasn't fancying it yesterday when I went to the gym, so I thought we'd try out some deadlifts and just see how it looked, see how it felt. Warm-ups went good. 70 kilos, nothing difficult, never is. 120 moved quite nicely for some reps. Pulled a 170, felt okay, maybe could have been faster, so I did it again. That was much faster, that was so much better. And I felt good, and I thought, do you know what? Let's throw 220 on, see how we go. And the 220 moved. Oh my god, did 220 move? It moved almost as quick as it did on Saturday in my competition. And I got the cogs turning. And I was like, I left some kilos on the platform on Saturday. Do I try again? Yesterday, do I push hard? Put on my Instagram, put on my stories. A few of the guys came back, got me a bit gassed up, said, do it, let's see it, let's have a go. What's the worst that could happen? So I threw 260 on, 10 kilos more than I did on Saturday, 5 kilos more than I've ever done strapless, mixed grip, raw, whatever you want to call it. Looked in my bag, I still had my talc, so I thought, it's a good sign. I've got a talc, I'm not going to get caught on my shorts, I'm not going to get caught on my disgusting clammy legs. Talced up, got one of the boys, Alex, to give me a bit of a pump up, bit of a slap on the back. Hit the salts and just ragged it, and it moved. Oh boy, did it move! It went quite quickly. Lockout was fairly solid. Grip started to slip a little bit. I maybe got a second hold out of it before I had to bring it back down or drop it. That was really, really positive. I got a lot of excitement out of that, and it's really kind of put things into perspective for me. With the 40 kilo weight loss that I've had over the last 11 months, it's really given me a boost to know that is by and large the heaviest deadlift I've ever done without straps, and just keeping me in one piece, I guess. It's my mind in one piece at least. Not panicking, not stressing about losing weight, not worrying about weight coming off the bar, because I'm still going well. My bench is still within maybe about 10 kilos of my realistic best max. My squat, it's lost some kilos, but all in all, it's still there. But yeah, my deadlift never lets me down. It's one to rely on. So yeah, that was all fun and games. From there, I moved on to bench. Again, just wanted to try out the angles. I've got a magnetic mount for the GoPro, so I wanted to just clip that onto some of the one of the metal corners of the machines, just to see if it would hold well, and it did, and if it would be a good angle, and it was. I thought it was quite a decent angle. Definitely, again, videography was poor. Didn't get a good shutter speed. Didn't get a good just balance on the camera. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but between me and Mike, we're going to get it worked out and get it sorted. And bench just felt rubbish. Bench always feels rubbish for me. I hate benching. When it goes good, it feels great, but 9 times out of 10, I'm just purely miserable when I bench. I attack it with positivity. I mean, I don't go into every session thinking, I've got a bench, I hate this, I can't believe I've got to do it. I go into it in every single session. I truly believe that it's going to be the one. I truly believe that every session that I do, it's going to click and it's going to feel amazing. Very rare does that happen, but we're getting there. It's something more than nothing. Yesterday just wasn't it. Just wasn't the day. So we warmed up 70, 60, 100. Did 100 twice, once without equipment, once with, just to get a feel for the equipment the second time around and just make sure they felt okay. And then went to 120. I genuinely went into that set thinking that I had 3, maybe 5 reps in the tank. Maybe I depleted myself with the deadlift. Maybe I just had my head in the clouds, but I got the first rep out and thought, holy hell, this is not going anywhere. So I threw another rep on, or did another rep, I should say, and I called it there. It didn't feel great. My chest was sore, my shoulders weren't happy. and there was no point in pushing it. Even if I dropped down and did some volume at a lower weight, it's just not worth it. So yeah, that was yesterday. A good day, very very good day. Very happy with myself. I was happy with myself after Saturday. Saturday was such a good session, well, such a good competition really. Going 9 for 9, hitting a new deadlift PB, a comfortable third squat. I definitely could have done more. It wasn't my max at all. So yeah, very very happy. It's been a good week, and it's got me excited for the future. No more training planned this week. I've got a lot of social events that I'm going to. I've got a meal with my partner and her cousins and her siblings, nephews, nieces, and the likes. That'll be tomorrow. Very excited for that. It's going to be in a place that we haven't eaten before. We've got a nice set menu. I'm going to maybe splurge out a little bit because I've been quite restrictive on myself over the last, particularly 8 weeks, but 10 months. And then I'm going out with friends on Saturday where I'm going to see Mike, previously mentioned, my photographer, videographer friend, plus a few of the other guys that I've trained with and I've known for years. It's always a good laugh when we get together, so I'm excited to see those. That's going to be a fun time. And then yeah, it's all moving forward into, well, pre-wedding, I suppose. I've got maybe about 18 weeks before I get married. That's probably massively wrong, and if my partner ever watches this, I'm probably going to get shot. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I've got a plan laid out. I'll go into it more. I'm going to do another video just so I can get my thoughts straight when I go through it all and explain what I want to do for this year, the rest of this year, pre-wedding, and then next year for my competition season and what I'm planning on doing. Big plans ahead. And that's pretty much it, I suppose. If you stuck around for this long, thank you. I don't want anybody really to watch this, but this is more for me to speak. I was dreading turning the camera on. I may even put a blooper at the end of my face before I started. But this feels great. Speaking out loud and actually doing things, or doing this, has flown a lot easier than I thought it would be. I've made a few fumbles, but I've shot it all in one take and it all made sense, I think. Let me know. Yeah. Goodbye.